Welcome to the weekly AI Design Insights podcast. I'm delighted to dive into a topic that's becoming increasingly relevant in our digital age: AI education for children. I'm John, and with me today is my wonderful co host, Sarah.
Thanks, John. I'm really excited about today's episode. As parents and educators grapple with preparing children for a future powered by artificial intelligence, understanding how to approach AI education has never been more critical.
You're absolutely right. With AI becoming integrated into almost every aspect of our lives, it's crucial that we equip the next generation with both the knowledge and skills they need to thrive in this AI driven world.
And that's exactly what we'll explore today. Practical approaches to introducing AI concepts to children, along with valuable insights for parents and educators who want to support this learning journey.
Let's dive into how AI education is being implemented in K 12 classrooms these days. What's fascinating is that schools aren't just focusing on traditional coding anymore. They're introducing interactive tools that make AI concepts tangible and engaging for students of all ages.
That's right. Tools like machine learning for kids and Google's Teachable Machine are revolutionary because they allow students to experiment with AI concepts hands-on. Children can actually train their own simple AI models to recognize images, sounds, or even gestures.
And what's particularly exciting is how these tools help develop computational thinking skills. Students learn to break down problems, recognize patterns, and understand how AI systems make decisions, all without needing to write complex code.
Absolutely. These platforms are also showing students how AI works in their everyday lives. When they create a simple image recognition model, they suddenly understand how their smartphone can identify faces in photos, or how voice assistants can understand their commands.
Speaking of real world applications, we're seeing more schools incorporate AI powered educational robots and smart toys into their curriculum. These provide hands on experience with AI concepts while keeping students engaged through interactive learning.
The key benefit here is that students aren't just passive consumers of AI technology. They're becoming active creators and problem solvers. They learn to think critically about how AI systems work, their capabilities, and their limitations.
And this foundational understanding is crucial because these students will be the ones who will shape how AI is used in the future. Whether they become AI developers or not, they'll need to understand these concepts to make informed decisions in their careers and daily lives. Now, when we talk about teaching AI to children, we absolutely need to address the ethical considerations. It's not just about showing them how to use AI tools. We need to help them understand the responsibility that comes with this technology.
Exactly. We can start with simple examples that children can relate to. For instance, if we're teaching them about facial recognition, we can discuss why it might correctly identify some faces but struggle with others, introducing the concept of bias in AI systems.
Privacy is another crucial aspect. Children need to understand that when they interact with AI systems, they're often sharing data. We can teach them to think critically about what information they're comfortable sharing and why it matters.
And fairness is such an important concept to address. When children create their own simple AI models, we can help them recognize how their training data choices can lead to unfair outcomes for different groups of people.
These conversations don't have to be overly complex. For example, we can ask questions like, would this AI game be fair to everyone in your class? Or, how would you feel if an AI made decisions about you based on limited information?
I love that approach. It's about building ethical awareness naturally through their hands-on experiences with AI. This way, they learn to consider the impact of AI on different people and communities as they explore and create with these tools.
Let's talk about one of the most exciting developments in AI education: no-code platforms. These are really changing the game by making AI accessible to everyone, especially children and educators who might not have any programming experience.
Absolutely. These platforms are like digital playgrounds where kids can experiment with AI concepts through simple drag and drop interfaces. Tools like Scratch with AI extensions or Google's Teachable Machine let students create their own AI projects without writing a single line of code.
I've seen some amazing examples in classrooms. Just last week, I heard about a third grade class using no code tools to build an image recognition project that could identify different types of plants. The students were completely engaged and learning complex concepts without even realizing it.
That's what makes these platforms so powerful. They remove the technical barriers while preserving the educational value. Children can focus on understanding the core concepts, like how AI learns from data and makes decisions.
And teachers are finding creative ways to integrate these tools across different subjects. For instance, using AI image generation platforms in art classes or speech recognition tools in language learning.
What's particularly impressive is how these platforms can adapt to different skill levels. A kindergartner might start with basic image recognition projects, while middle school students can work on more complex applications like sentiment analysis or natural language processing.
The best part is that these tools provide immediate feedback. When students can see their AI models working or not working in real time, it helps them understand the connection between data quality and results.
And that hands-on experience is invaluable. It's one thing to talk about how AI works, but it's entirely different when students can actually build and test their own AI solutions, even if they're using simplified tools.
When we look at the benefits of AI in education, personalized learning really stands out. AI systems can adapt to each student's pace and learning style, providing customized content and exercises that match their individual needs.
That's right. For instance, if a student is struggling with multiplication, AI-powered learning platforms can automatically provide more practice problems at their level, while offering more challenging content to students who've mastered the basics.
Another major advantage is the immediate feedback these systems provide. Students don't have to wait for their assignments to be graded. They get instant responses that help them understand where they went wrong and how to improve.
And let's talk about future-proofing our children's education. As AI becomes more integrated into various industries, having early exposure to these technologies gives students a significant advantage in their future careers.
The adaptive nature of AI education also helps identify learning gaps quickly. If a student is consistently struggling with certain concepts, the system can alert teachers and suggest alternative teaching approaches.
Plus, AI tools can make learning more engaging through gamification and interactive exercises. When students are enjoying the learning process, they're more likely to retain information and develop a genuine interest in the subject matter.
What's particularly exciting is how AI can support different learning styles simultaneously. Visual learners might get more diagrams and videos, while auditory learners receive more verbal explanations, all happening automatically within the same system. Now, let's address some of the challenges we're seeing with AI in education. One of the biggest concerns parents and educators share is screen time. How much is too much? We're already seeing children spending significant time on devices.
Exactly. And while AI-powered learning tools can be incredibly effective, we need to ensure they're balanced with offline activities, physical exercise, and face-to-face social interactions.
Teacher training is another significant hurdle. Many educators feel overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological change. Schools need to invest heavily in professional development to help teachers effectively integrate AI tools into their curriculum.
And it's not just about learning to use the tools. Teachers need to understand how to evaluate these technologies, identify quality resources, and know when AI is actually enhancing learning rather than just adding complexity.
There's also the challenge of maintaining critical thinking skills. While AI can make learning more accessible and engaging, we don't want students to become overly dependent on these tools.
That's right. We need to ensure students can still solve problems independently and understand the underlying concepts, not just rely on AI to provide answers. It's about finding that sweet spot between leveraging technology and developing fundamental cognitive skills.
And let's not forget about access and equity issues. Not all schools and families have equal access to these technologies, which could potentially widen the educational gap if we're not careful. Let's talk about how AI tools are reshaping the learning experience. What's really impressive is how these tools can take complex concepts and make them approachable for students at any level.
The user experience has come so far. Just a few years ago, working with AI meant writing complex code. Now, students can create and experiment with AI models through simple drag-and-drop interfaces.
That accessibility is powerful. When students can focus on the creative and problem-solving aspects instead of getting stuck on technical details, we see their confidence grow. They're more willing to experiment and take risks.
Though we should consider the trade-offs. Making things too simple might mean students misunderstanding the fundamental principles behind AI systems.
That's a crucial point. We want the tools to be accessible enough to encourage exploration, but not so simplified that students miss the deeper learning opportunities.
Exactly. The best AI learning tools find that balance. They make complex concepts digestible while still maintaining enough depth for students to grasp the underlying principles.
And we're seeing this reflected in how students engage with these tools. They start with simple projects, but as their understanding grows, they naturally want to dive deeper and learn more about how things work under the hood.
It's like giving them a ladder. Each step is manageable, but they can climb as high as they want to go in terms of complexity and understanding.
As we wrap up today's discussion on AI education, I think we've seen just how transformative these tools can be when properly integrated into learning environments.
That's right. And there are so many great resources available now for parents, teachers, and students who want to start exploring AI education. Whether you're interested in no-code platforms or more structured learning programs, the opportunities are endless.
We encourage our listeners to take that first step. Check out some of the platforms we mentioned today, and don't be afraid to learn alongside your children or students.
And remember, it's not just about the technology, it's about fostering curiosity, critical thinking, and responsible engagement with AI.
Thank you all for joining us today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious about the exciting world of AI education.